Welcome to another Kor Yoga Quickie. This quick, potent little adventure will focus on internal and external rotation of the hips as a way to clearly activate and integrate the muscles of the core. So starting in downward facing dog. So we'll just take a couple moments here moving through a couple shapes just to assess the starting point. How connected do you feel to your core? How integrated do the legs feel to the core? You can think about sort of how light or how heavy you feel, and this is not about judgment or critiquing yourself in any negative way, it's just gathering information. However much you can perceive it, just observing your connection to your core. Keep your mind centered right at the core of the body. Come forward to plank. Again, just feel like how connected do the legs feel to the core? How light or heavy do you feel in the center of the body? And then you could lower the knees or keep them straight, come all the way down. Point your toes, just a low baby cobra, pull back with your hands. Activate the low belly, lift it, and pull the heart forward. So you drag your hands back. And then release. Nice and easy, stretch back to child's pose. You can let the palms turn up, just take a couple breaths. And sit up. Take your seat to the side, bring your legs forward. We'll do those shapes again at the end of this little adventure, just to notice any shifting. Knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Good. And then come into a low bridge. So the back ribs will pretty much stay on the ground. You can even take your hands to your front ribs and feel them close. You're not trying to extend the spine and back bend. You're trying to feel a long low back, strong deep low belly, lots of sensation in your glutes. Hands on the top of the thighs. So the hands are there as feedback to press down and then the glutes press up. Stay nice and low, right? It'll make this a little easier. If you try to go up really high, it just becomes a little bit more precarious. Stay low, and then heel toe your left foot to the midline. Unweight your right foot. Yes, this should feel like a lot on that left leg. Push into that heel. Right fingers into your right hip crease. Roll the thigh bone externally. Hold. You'll just see your foot swing in. Pull the belly down. And then internally rotate it. It won't go very far, and that's okay. Just get this movement in your mind. One more time. Externally rotate. Internally. And then land that right foot in the middle. Push. Unweight your left foot. Bring the knee above the hip. Fingers in the hip crease. Rotate your thigh bone out. Keep that right hip hugging in. Don't let it drop. Don't let your left hip drop. Internally rotate. Just get a sense. Move at the joint. Externally rotate from all the muscles around the hip and pull your belly down. Internally do it from the hip joint. And then foot comes down. Hands on hips. Lift up into your hands. Push back down. And then slowly lower. Just relax for a moment. Soak in all that energy just from doing that. Interlace your hands around the back of the skull. Lift your elbows. Keep them pointed up the whole time. Inhale here. Exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades. Pull your waistline down and hug the front ribs together. Keep that feeling. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Unweight that right foot. Bring the knee above the hip. Externally rotate. Look at your low belly. Pull it down. And then internally rotate. It won't go far, but don't let your hips swivel. Keep your sacrum pressing down. One more time, external. And then do it from the hip, internal. Back to neutral, foot comes down, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Left knee above that hip, pull the belly down, externally rotate at the hip joint. Internally rotates. Not a big movement. Less range internally. That's okay. Externally rotate. Press the sacrum down. Internal. Neutral. Foot comes down. Inhale, lower your head. Exhale, lift off the shoulder blades. Right knee above the right hip. Before you do anything with the leg, twist to the right a couple inches, and then externally rotate your hip. Get off the shoulder blades. Internally rotate, pull the low belly down. External, internal. Everything back to center. Foot comes down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Left knee above the hip. Twist to the left. Externally rotate. Belly pulls down. Internal. Do it from the strength of the hip joint. External. Internal. Center. Lower. Inhale. One more round. Exhale, lift up. Right knee above the hip. Twist to the right. Now you're just going to go a little quicker. External, internal. External, internal. External, internal. Neutral. Come back down. Inhale. Woo. Exhale, lift up. Left knee above the hip. Twist to the left. Externally rotate. Internal. External. Internal. External. Internal. Back to center. And then release. Yeehaw! Some big breaths to help diffuse all that sensation. Let it spread and be absorbed. Maybe take the feet a little wider, windshield wiper the legs, keeping the tautness in the low belly as you stretch it out. If it feels good, the arms can go out to a T or alongside your ears, really opening up the front body, just getting movement in your hips, right? Internally and externally rotating at the hips. The legs connect deep in the core. It's a really great thing to start to think about and connect to as far as just sustainable movement, integrated movement, whether it's on your mat or just out in the world. Good. And then bring the knees in. Rock up to your seats. Swing your legs around. Make your way into down dog, however you want to get there. And then just revisit this. Steady your eyes. Smooth out your breathing. Feel your hands and feet push. And then feel that energy rebound up your legs, up your arms, into the core of the body. So now just checking in with your sense of core connection. The legs connected deep in the core. Maybe more of a lightness in the center of the body. Keep that. Come forward to plank. Keep all that activation in the abdominals. Feel your legs plug in deep into the core. Lower down. Point your toes. Pull back for Cobra. Activate the low belly as you drag your hands back. Use your legs. Release. Child's pose. A moment to breathe here. Just feel your whole body. And then sit up, hands to prayer to the heart, bowing the chin, just a moment. Gratitude for this practice, for our body, and for the awareness of being alive. It's amazing that we can actually feel that energy of aliveness. Open your eyes, release the arms. Thank you. Stay tuned for more.